In our world of remote and hybrid work, we are on video calls constantly. We spend so much time crafting the perfect message, making sure our points land, but there's this one little detail we often overlook. And honestly, it could be totally sabotaging your professional image. I'm talking about your background.
So, just for a second, I want you to really think about this. The next time you hop on a Zoom call, what is your environment actually saying about you? Is it backing up your credibility, or is it just a huge distraction?
And this slide right here, it just hits the nail on the head. See, on the left, that's the message you want to send, right? That you're an expert, you're prepared, you're totally confident. But if your background is cluttered or chaotic, you're sending the message on the right, undermining every single thing you're trying to achieve.
And that's the thing. Whether you choose it or not, your background is always talking. It's a huge part of your professional brand.
Think about it. Every single call is a chance to build that brand. But a messy bedroom in the back, a busy kitchen, or even just bad lighting, it can create this negative impression without you even realizing it. It just pulls focus from what you're actually saying and, well, it can hurt your credibility.
Now, of course, most of us try to solve this with the quickest, easiest fix there is. Those built-in virtual backgrounds on Zoom or Teams or Google Meet. I mean, it seems like the perfect solution, doesn't it?
And the tech is pretty cool, you gotta admit. The software uses AI to basically guess where you end and your room begins, and then it replaces everything behind you with an image. No extra gear, just click a button. But, and it's a big but, it's just not perfect. Not by a long shot.
And this is the perfect example of where it all falls apart. Public speaking coach Rosemary Ravenel points out these super common glitches that I'm sure we've all seen. The software just struggles to define your edges, especially with tricky details like your hair, your fingers, or even your headphones.
So here's the trade-off, right? On one hand, yeah, it's free. It's super convenient. But on the other hand, you get that weird melting effect around your hair, that blurry halo around your head. And you've got fingers that just phase in and out of existence. For professional use, let's be honest, these glitches just don't cut it.
So if you really want that clean, crisp, professional look, it's time to level up. Let's talk about the solution that Hollywood and TV weather forecasters have been using for decades, the good old green screen.
So the magic behind this is a technique called chroma keying. It's actually a really simple but powerful idea. Instead of asking the software to guess where you end and your background begins, you're giving it a very specific solid color to just erase. And because that bright green is so different from our skin tones and hair color, the software can lock onto it with incredible precision.
And honestly, the process is super simple. Step 1, you just sit in front of a physical green screen. Step 2, the software, whether it's in Zoom or something else, digitally removes only that specific shade of green. And then step 3, it just cleanly drops your virtual background right into that empty space.
The difference is like night and day. No more melting hair, no disappearing fingers, no weird halo. You just get a sharp, defined, and completely believable virtual background. This is how you get that flawless, professional look.
Okay, so you're convinced, but which green screen should you actually get? There are a few different types out there, and each one is really designed for a specific need. So let's break them down.
So before you just go out and buy one, here are the 3 things you really need to think about. First, size. How big does it need to be for your typical camera shot? Second, material. Wrinkle-resistant fabrics are your absolute best friend here. And finally, portability. How easy does it need to be to set up and take down?
I love this slide because it basically does the shopping for you. If you're in a really tight space, a chair-mounted screen is perfect. It literally takes up 0 floor space. For a home office where you want a quick setup, a collapsible pop-up screen is ideal. It sets up in seconds. And if you need to film wider shots, maybe with more than one person, then a big panoramic screen on a stand is going to give you all the coverage you need.
Okay, you've got the screen. Now for the really important part, the setup. See, owning a green screen is one thing, but using it effectively is another. Don't worry though, getting professional results is actually pretty easy if you just follow a few simple rules.
All right, rule number 1 is all about light. You need to light the green screen itself separately from how you light yourself. Use at least 2 lights, one on each side, to get this really smooth, even coverage. The goal here is to kill any shadows on the screen, because shadows just create darker shades of green, and that makes it way harder for the software to do its job cleanly.
Rule number 2, distance matters. You want to be about 3 to 6 feet away from the screen itself.
Now, this is crucial for two big reasons. First, it stops your own shadow from falling onto the screen behind you. And second, it reduces something called green spill. That's when light bounces off the green screen and puts a faint green glow on you, which can really mess things up.
And that brings us to the final, and I mean the absolute golden rule of green screening. I cannot stress this enough. You have got to get rid of the wrinkles. Any crease or fold in the fabric is going to catch the light differently, create a shadow, and it will show up in your video as a weird, dark, glitchy spot.
So how do you beat them? Well, start by choosing the right material. Those collapsible pop-up screens are great because their frames automatically pull the fabric tight. If you have a fabric screen on a stand, use clamps to stretch it out really tight. And if you still see a few creases, a quick pass with a garment steamer will make them vanish.
So let's just recap the whole thing. The software-only background? Yeah, it's free and it's easy, but it is super unreliable and, frankly, often looks unprofessional. The green screen? Okay, it takes a little bit of setup and some thought about lighting, but it is going to deliver a flawless, credible, professional result every single time.
And this all comes back to the most important takeaway here. Your virtual background isn't just a background. It's a signal. A polished, professional presence shows your clients and your colleagues that you value quality and that you take your work seriously. It reinforces your personal brand with every single call you make.
So with your next meeting just around the corner, it's worth asking yourself, what message is your background going to send? Are you going to let glitches define that first impression, or are you ready to present an image that truly reflects your professionalism? The choice is yours.